Galaxy RAZER. Here we go. Let's see what's gonna be the first ban. Any predictions for the bans and picks in here? Priorities, Riku.
I have a feeling Akali is gonna get banned. Not surprised. As well as Lee Sin, both junglers do play a lot, especially Xpear plays a lot of Lee Sin. Very, very effective from what we've seen from day number 2. Not surprised if Galaxy RAZER wants to ban that Akali. From what we recall in the first day, when the first day they met in the Icon series, Ikaros lost his matchup at the top portion of the map. I believe Ikaros was on his Darius and Azar was on his Akali. So we'll have to check out as Galio, a not so surprising ban. And Alistar, I believe Draw uses Alistar a lot as his fallback, heavy engage champion on the support role.
Yes, and that was actually pretty effective. If I recall correctly, what's something that was wrong in terms of the first stage of laning that Galaxy RAZER did from the first day of the series was that they tried to 3-man gank an Akali. And we know Akali is kind of slippery, and we can remember what an Akali did to just go for the micro plays, try to jerk out and avoid all the skill shots that the members on the side of Team Galaxy RAZER has been throwing away from that Azar. But yeah, for the meantime, Camille has been opened, one of the top bans as well actually here at the Icon series. Any thoughts about the Camille showing up as the first pick for Team Secret, Riku?
Well, since day number 1, it has been the priority. Either banned, either the first pick on blue side. So no surprises there. You can flex it either on top side or in the jungle role as well. But that means they're not going to prioritize the Ziggs pick, and that will be given towards Galaxy RAZER. Now, interesting thing is, this first rotation of Galaxy RAZER is not a Ziggs Braum. That means they're willing to give away this lock-in, the Kai'Sa Braum instead. Maybe we're going to be seeing a Saya. Maybe they're going to be waiting for a comfortable, better mid-lane laning phase for JC, and they have the opportunity to do so.
Yes, for sure. And talking about that Kai'Sa and Braum, still 100% pick rate, by the way, here at the Icon series. So I was actually working on the stats last night, and I did share with you guys, like in private with As Talents, that, oh hey, there's not a chance that this Kai'Sa as well as the Braum disappeared from the pickings of the teams. But for the meantime, though, finally in here, not gonna be seeing a Saya or a Kai'Sa on the hands of a JC, because it's gonna be an Ezreal that also has a good showing here at the Icon series. Any thoughts about the almost completed draft that we've got in here so far?
I'm loving the Team Secret draft, as well as the Galaxy RAZER, but I want to go through it one by one because we are seeing the Evelynn pick again. It's only been picked once so far, and that was Azar in their next play series, which they won. That was game number 3. And the beauty of that Evelynn pick with the Camille pick is that we don't know if whether or not this is in the jungle role or maybe at the top role. And looks like that switch could be final, so it could be at Azar. Why is Evelynn really good in the top side when it's used by Azar? It is used as a you have really good wave clear, ranged wave clear at that. And once you have your ult, you have a ton of safety from ganks. And the thing is, you got the Gragas at least for that lockdown if you really want to try and burst someone down. But your jungler is a Mundo who doesn't have any follow-up. So they're going to be heavily relying on the Gragas and as well as the Lux for their lockdowns and CC in the fights later on.
Poke fights that might happen between the Seraphine as well as the Lux. But yeah, you mentioned a while ago how good this Evelynn is in the hands of Azar. I think not only that she's got a good wave clear, but at the same time, after that wave clear, she definitely can roam around the map. Not just provide, of course, a vision, but at the same time can actually help out in ganks too. So why not? And again, we keep on mentioning before that she is a distraction. Not just she's that sexy, but at the same time, she's really working on being a distraction. So at least they're gonna give Team Galaxy RAZER an option on what to do. Are you gonna go for the objective or are you gonna go for a defensive play as to where the Evelynn is actually going for a push? So this is gonna be very interesting. I'm so excited. One thing that I noticed though in here is the Mundo. Yes, he is tanky, but then again, if we're gonna be talking about mobility, there is quite a lack unless you got that ultimate available. But then again, it's not like the Lee Sin kind of mobility that you've got, or maybe what the Camille has as well. Any thoughts about this one, Riku?
Oh, well, that's the thing. We've seen Mundo being paired most of the time with Seraphine just because, again, just as you mentioned, Mundo doesn't have really access towards your enemies. So you need that movement speed at least to catch up and follow up and start the fight. But at least you do have someone to compensate that. You have the Gragas, you have the binding from the Lux. And again, Galaxy Racer's composition, their win condition definitely is to keep pushing towers. They're a siege and poke composition, and they do have a form of disengage as well in the form of the Gragas. I really, really love this type of composition with the Ziggs and the Lux. It's a very, very strong combination. For Team Secret, they're playing to their strengths. We've got the Kaisa and the Braum once more. That's going to be easy stuns, easy follow-up as well. If the Camille tries to join in, if Trevor tries to start a fight, you've got the Seraphine movement speed to top everything off, and as well as to sustain within the fights.
Whew, it's so hard to actually choose which one got a better draft, because everyone has its own advantage and disadvantage. It will now just boil down onto execution, but it's hard. But I think I will still go for my prediction earlier on. So I'm just going to be based on the history that they have been pulling off so far for the Icon series. So we'll see how this will go. But yeah, maybe I'll just pass this on to you, Riku, because that question, who do you think got the better draft? So let's just divide it. Who got the better draft in terms of teams, and who's got the better draft in terms of going for split push?
Maybe because I really like how Lux and Ziggs have been performing for so long, since day number 1 and day number 2. I love their combination. I love how flexible they are. So I think for me, Ziggs and Lux, Galaxy Racer's composition would be more favorable for me, I suppose. So yeah, we'll just have to see. Just as you mentioned, it's all about execution, and maybe Team Secret definitely has their secret off their sleeves, as again the Evelyn pick, which is, I think, the most surprising thing we couple of course, Galaxy Racer did bring up the Aurelion Sol yesterday, and as well as the Jax, but unfortunately we're back to the standard get the strongest picks, the current meta for the Icon series.
Yes, for sure. And now we're heading on to the battlefield again. This is just the first game for our day 3 here at the North Luzon group stage for the Icon series. But that was quite fast. We did not actually even see that happen. But that was an Azar getting a kill onto JC onto the top side. So this is quite surprising, because on the laning phase, you can see the Ziggs is actually on the top side, and it is the Gragas on the bottom part of the map where the dragon is.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see a Gragas Evelyn matchup instead. Very, very interesting choice. But when I do look at it, I suppose Gragas at the Dragon lane will be more beneficial, just because you need that additional CC and initiation. And Ziggs ult can access and can make an impact from afar anyways. So that is most likely the train of thought here by Galaxy Racer.
We'll see if that's gonna be that effective, though. For the meantime, that's just one punish anyway. There's no massive lead as of yet for Team Secret, but having that vision in the riverbed will definitely be useful. But for the meantime, for this, they got the same strategy in here. Of course, the ADCs that we've got are both in the middle lane. There is a priority for the side of Team Secret to get both of the scuttlers, and that is quite a bit of an advantage, especially, at least where your opponent is going to be coming from.
Yeah, that is insanely strong, that's an insane good lead, getting both of these scuttlers, despite topside not actually getting priority, but because Chewy and Hamas is able to get their mid lane prio, that means they do have more control over the river sides. And now, great start so far for Team Secret, especially that they're able to get that first blood gold over at top side towards JC.
And not only that, of course, again, this Cutlers, and I'm pretty sure they're all preparing, as we've seen some of the players going for a reset already, right even before we see a countdown appear on that Dragon Pit. But for the meantime, we can see that the one-to-one rotation is actually giving a lot of information as to where the junglers are. But for the meantime, Hextech ultimates him onto JC. A soft moment, gonna be saving his life and gonna go under the turret, but the pokes are still incoming. Back up as well, coming from X-Sphere. Not too sure if they're gonna be successful for that one. Oh yes, JC indeed! I thought he's gonna go die onto the hands of Azar, but not enough damage as of yet. No casualties from that team fight matchup that we've seen from the top side.
Yeah, it looks like that 2v2 that we saw didn't really equate to anything, but it did burn the flash of JC. So that's going to be extra precious, considering that Azar kept his flash still on that engagement. And the fact that that flash is not going to be available in the next few seconds where the dragon is going to be spawning in a few, I think that's a huge win. I think that's a huge transition towards that objective, as there's 12 seconds on the clock rather, for that first dragon to spawn.
Cool. Unfortunately though, Tatsuri needs to back away. He is super low down bottom part of the map, and we have to take note that Azar doesn't have his ultimate available as of yet. But pretty good timing in here. Everyone's just gonna go for a reset. Camille got a priority onto the Scuttler as well in the riverbed, but gonna go. I think it was stolen by X-Sphere. Yes, indeed, and that was quite frustrating, man.
It was. It definitely was. Trevor was first dibs on the river, but because of that Scuttler, Team Secret has to be a little bit worried with their positioning here in the middle of that river. In the meantime, though, we can see Team Secret already positioning themselves over the Dragon Pit. Even Azar rotating already. Team Secret has to be careful because GXR has a ton of long-range poke. He might get poked, but...
Ooh, they're gonna go for the team fight first. Gonna go down. That Zing as well as Expert actually super low, gonna go for the Sadism to save his life, but Azar is in here, gonna go for that kill onto the window. And of course, since the jungler is gone inside the Galaxy Racer, it is time for Team Secret to go for a contest on that Dragon take. So in here, Galaxy Racer, of course, will be in no position as well to go for a shove in the mid.
Yeah, aggressive and confident play by Team Secret. I like it. They went for the person who did not have flash in that fight, and JC was eliminated. It was a 4v5 right off the bat. I love the calls from Team Secret, and now all they gotta do next is wait for the Rift Herald. And this is basically the Team Secret script. Win the first dragon fight, transition over to the Rift Herald, and then win that too, and hopefully snowball from there.
In the meantime, though, we take a look at the fight that's happening onto the top side, though. Azar taking a lot of damage in here from the Mundo, but he's just gonna get closer and gonna be burnt down by that X-Spear, and here we go. But I think that's totally fine because they know that they will still be in position as the Braum, the Kaisa, as well as the Camille will be ready to go for a contest in that area.
I love it. I love that call. GXR. Okay, Dragon is not going to be spawning in a few minutes anyway. Let's rotate Ikaros back to top side to get that better matchup towards Azar and the Evelyn. You pair that up with the Mundo here on X-Spear, then you get another easy kill. Flash is gone for Azar already. Team Secret, though, their first dibs again on this pit. What will Galaxy? What? There's a kill?
Oh yes, indeed. In the bottom lane though, we did not see that matchup though, but I guess that's totally fine. But I think there's still time for Team Secret to actually go for a defensive play down bottom part of the map. But oh, hey, that is actually a Ziggs. If they get caught up by in here by a less than 20% HP turret, then it's just gonna be blowing out in your face. And yes, just like that. But for the meantime, if 3v3 or call it 3v4 situation might happen in here, the light binding will not connect apparently. The slows are in there, but that's not gonna get any kill or not gonna give any kill on the Team Secret. But then again, look at the damage! engage! Coming off from the Kaisa, killing off the Ezreal out of the picture for the meantime. While the rest of the gang on the side of Team Secret are gonna go for a push in the middle lane together with the Rift Herald X-Spear in a kind of dangerous position. Gonna make use of his Decim to save his life and give himself some ability. And I think the smite has been used to slow down the rest of the members of Team Secret. They're not yet even done though, because look at Amundo just trying to chase out all the targets, even though it is type already just a slither of health. And here we go, gonna go for the spaces. Ikaros will survive, but unfortunately though not gonna save his life in there because the damage is just way too much coming out from Chewy, Trevor, and Azar.
So many things happening. There's a lot of things happening. The thing is, Team Secret in the mid lane, they did not want to fight anymore. Because the reason why Trevor went towards the jungle, jumped over the terrain and went towards Raptors, that is the signal where, okay, we're not going to fight it anymore. But good thing GXR read this well. They wanted to initiate, and that's what they did. It was just such a prolonged fight. They kind of overextended towards the riverside. That's the reason why Team Secret was able to sort of regroup and make it sort of an equal exchange. But looks like GXR is now setting up for this dragon, and let's see if Team Secret would love to get a pick first before committing towards this Infernal Drake.
This is what I love. I mean, right before an Infernal Drake or an objective comes up, you are already trying to contest that area. Clear off the map, make sure there are no wards coming from the side of your opponent, and or just try to scare off your members. But then again, this is just a 2k gold lead. I do believe that Galaxy RAZER provided that they will just pull off the perfect target or try to pull off that initiate against Team Secret. Maybe they can still try to get a grip on getting the advantage go onto their side.
Yeah, I think that is definitely their plan as they're hiding in the brush as Trevor is just trying to clear the wave. But Galaxy RAZER may come from two different directions, from their own blue buff and from the laning side.
But then again, looks like the fight still happening in here now in the Dragon Pit. And as we can see, lots of damage, lots of CZ in here placed by both of the sides. But then again, who's gonna get the last light in here? Who's gonna get the last smile? And I think it's gonna go onto the side. Whoa! Wait, that was your steal? I did not actually notice because all of the skills, all of the spells is actually going from the side of Team Secret. But I guess it was the smite as well that saved it for the side of, wait, I got
Team
confused.
Secret.
Yes. It was on the side of Team Secret. I thought it was actually stolen by the Mundo. And I guess what contributed to that factor was all the skills that was thrown out towards the Infernal Drake. And they're gonna get another turret in the middle. This is a happy time for Team Secret.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the second dragon for the game for them. And the thing is, this is a little bit of a throwback-ish. I say throwback because it only happened a day ago, 2 days ago rather, where none of the junglers here was able to secure the smite, but their AD carry was able to secure it. Chewy was able to get that last hit in. Team Secret would be very, very happy with it, just as you mentioned. Azar should be careful here, though.
Definitely gonna get slowed down in here by Spear. The rest of the gang, light binding not gonna be connecting though, but the backup is in here, coming from the rest of the members of Team Secret. Look at that explosive cast available, but the Hextech ultimatum will be there to lock in the locks, and the locks will be able to do anything. Look at that ultimate coming out from that Azar. Not gonna be enough to actually take down X-Spear, but look at the killer instinct coming out from Chewy. But then again, the Mundo is still all alive. Now gonna get chased by Tatsuri. Tatsuri's just try to slow down and try to get more by time just to try to take off X-Spear, but no X-Spear still all alive. That was quite a prolonged fight, but then again, Team Secret got what they want from this area.
I can't believe Tatsuri lived after all that. He tried his best healing himself, and as well as to heal from his teammates there, from I believe James, and it worked out. But now that's a fast Baron. That's an open Baron, fast Baron, and this is classic Team Secret. Very objective focused, and now they're aiming to finish the game with this lead that they have at the moment.
For sure, why not? But I guess they're still gonna be giving some respect onto Galaxy Razer. Just gonna be balancing off the minion waves in all of the lanes so far, and especially yes, if they get a grip on the upcoming Mountain Drake, sure, why not? That's gonna give them a lot more sustain to actually be safe up against the Mundo.
Yeah, I think for Galaxy Racer, possibly poke them out under tower. But the thing is, we saw earlier, a little bit of sample how Team Secret can be fearless when they want to tower dive in. Chewy has a lot of trust. You can see how much he trusts his teammates. He's going to dive alone, and the rest of the squad will just follow. Now, they're just doing a 1-3-1 as of this moment, as the rest of the squad is going to get this tier 2 tower.
Oh yes, indeed, they do have the chance, and just like that, it is gonna go down. Here we can see, ooh, they're gonna go for more targets up against Galaxy Racer. Double kill onto a Seraphine, and very confident Hextech ultimate him, even under the turret. Trevor will do that, gonna go for the stasis just to make sure he's not gonna die, and not gonna give any casualties. Just like one of the panelists said, once they are actually allergic to dying, and they're gonna focus fire onto the Nexus. We're gonna give it to Team Secret for the first game between Galaxy Racer.
What a crazy...
Legends never die.